what I'm using today. I'm starting with a nice big piece of corned beef. This is a corned beef round and I got it at Costco. It's a really good quality. And this is almost 4 pounds. I'm also using 2 large potatoes, 1 onion, a smallish head of cabbage. We don't usually go through a lot of cabbage, so a small one is fine for us. And then I have a couple of carrots. And I'm also going to be using about 4 cups of beef broth. Now you could also use beer if you'd prefer, but I prefer broth. I'm going to start by chopping my onion into quarters. I'm going to set my onions aside and get my corned beef prepared. I want to get it out of the packaging and give it a nice rinse. I'm going to start by adding my onions to the wire rack inside my Instant Pot. And then I'm going to rest my corned beef on top of them, fatty side down. Next, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of powdered garlic all over my meat. And I'm also going to sprinkle in the seasoning packet that came with the corned beef. And now it's time for the broth. Now, like I said, you could use beer if that's what you prefer. I'm just using 4 cups of beef broth, so I'm going to get it right in there. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. I'm going to make sure to turn my vent to seal. Next, I'm going to press manual and set my timer for 90 minutes. While my corned beef is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my carrots, my potatoes, and my cabbage. And as you can tell, I've left my carrots into pretty large size chunks. That way I'm not left with carrot mush when I'm done cooking this. I'm going to do the same thing with the potatoes. Now, as you can tell with the potatoes, I went ahead and left the skin on, but if you'd like to, you can totally peel your potatoes. I just decided to keep this easy and rustic. Next up is the cabbage. I'm just going to quarter it. When the time is up, I'm going to very carefully turn my vent to allow for a quick release of pressure. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take out the corned beef and place it into a dish. I'm also going to make sure to reserve about 2 cups of the broth. Next, I'm going to add in my potatoes, my carrots, and my cabbage. I'm going to put my lid back on and turn my vent to seal. Next, I'm going to press manual and set my timer for 3 minutes. Next, I'm going to brush off the spices that I put on top because I don't like to eat those. And I'm also going to trim any excess fat. Next, my sweet husband helped me out here by slicing it up. And you want to make sure to slice against the grain here. Doesn't that look delicious? Next, he's going to remove the cabbage, the potatoes, and the carrots. We like to serve this family style. Now, with the 2 cups of broth that we reserved, we're going to go ahead and pour it all over the meat and the vegetables just to keep them nice and moist and flavorful. Now, to go along with this, I also like to serve up a big slice of Irish soda bread. Now, if you've never had this, it is really very tasty. I'll go ahead and put a link to a recipe in the description box below. And of course, I like to serve this up with some Kerrygold butter. And if you like things a little bit spicy, you could also add a little bit of horseradish sauce.